Well, greetings, Business 20 students. This is Mr.D, and believe it or not, we are in week 4 of our 8-week class here at Norco College, and we are looking at a very important topic this week of simple and compound interest. This is a topic, for some reason, that students struggle the most with, and so I will be doing a Zoom session this Wednesday, and if you're watching this a different semester than the one I recorded it in, then that Zoom session has been recorded and it's been added to your list of course videos, as well as the study pages for chapter 10 and chapter 11. But this week we're going to looking at those two items, compound and simple interest. I also want to let you know that this week marks the halfway point, and you do have an exam, your first exam, which is a midterm exam, that is also due this Sunday night. So keep in mind, it's only, I think it's 25 questions, but probably half of those are fill-in questions, just to let you know. So you'll be answering questions from all the chapters we've looked at so far. So you'll be doing some, markups, markdowns, some trade and cash discounts, as well as some simple interest problems. Not to mention solving for solving for the unknown variable. Using mathematical calculations to solve business problems, etc. So those are all the things you'll be looking at in the exam. But I'm going to back up for a second. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go over what you're going to be working on this week with chapters 10 and 11. So I'm going to go ahead and select module 2. Again, this is the last week in module 2, and then we'll start module 3 next week. So this week, as I mentioned, ends in an exam. So here is the video that you're watching right now. There's a read me first and a help Sienna that you have to complete before you can do any of the coursework, as you know. And then I have, that's the wrong one. That's down here, actually, week 4. So same thing, read me week 4, help Sienna week 4. You have to complete those before you can move on. Then I have a study page for chapter 10 and a study page for chapter 11. So if you're watching this video after I've recorded the Zoom session, you'll see my video in here. So right here, there's actually videos of me working out problems from the book on both simple interest problems and promissory notes. And so I've already done it. I'm pretty happy, I believe, with these videos, but I'm still redoing new videos all the time. So I'll either replace those or I'll just list the new one in the course videos link on the homepage. And then the same thing with chapter 11. There's a video of me working out compound interest problems, as well as me working out present value problems. And both of those are from the book, problems from the book. So that's your study pages. I encourage you to go through those. I would open my book, I would read the questions, I would look at how they're worked out, I would watch the video, I would work out some problems just to make sure you understand it. There's another tips for solving word problems. There's also another formula sheet for this week. And then we have the Zoom session right here. That's the recorded Zoom session from the other day. That's how you get to the Zoom session. So if you select that, you can click here. It'll bring you to the Zoom session while it's happening on Wednesday in this case. And then, of course, you have your check-in assignment. If you get your check-in assignment into me by Thursday, I will at least give you the answers to that so you can compare your answers to that. If not, I'll give you also some feedback on your questions to make sure you understand where you went wrong. And then, of course, you have your quiz on chapters 10 and 11, and then you have your midterm. Now, the only reason I give you a quiz, it's only 5 questions, but it gives you a chance to kind of practice before you take the exam on chapter 10 and 11 type problems. So just keep it in mind. I give you three times to take the quiz. So it's really more for learning than it is, for assessing. And then the exam is really more of your assessment piece. So make sure you do the quiz. You get 10 points for that, up to 10 points, or up to 12 points, sorry. And so make sure you do that, and you can do it 3 times. And I try and get there within 24 hours. I'll try and grade it and give you the answers. Sometimes it takes me a little longer than that, but between 24 and 48 hours for sure. And then you'll have your answers, where you went wrong. You can make the corrections, retake the quiz, and then ultimately take the exam. So that's the plan for this week. If you have any issues or problems, please let me know. That's it. So hopefully I'll see some of you at the Zoom session on Wednesday. And if not, you can watch the recorded Zoom session to help you get through working out chapter 10 and chapter 11 problems. And I will say this about chapter 10 and chapter 11 is chapter 10 is simple interest, and you pretty much always know that it's a simple interest problem if it's asking you or telling you it's either ordinary or exact interest. If it uses either of those terms, you're going to use the simple interest problem. But if it's asking you for the compound amount or the present value amount, then you know it's a compound interest or present value problem. In those problems, you use a table to solve it. And there is a formula, but I'm just going to warn you, the formula is confusing. Most students don't get it right using the formula. It's a pretty complex formula. It's just a lot easier to follow the process that your book gives for using the tables. And tables are out there on the internet. You can find them anywhere when you're going to work out these kinds of problems. So just use the tables. It's much easier and you always get the right answer. So